Felina, this shorty name right here that we just react to with my nigga Matt Mula. Him and his boyfriend. It's the girl that's supposed to be crushing her cousin, whatever, bro. The title is talking about my truth. My truth. Let's see what she got going on, bro. Shit crazy. Yo.
Hello, everyone.
And I ain't gonna lie, Wayne, before you even say anything, this ain't got to do with nothing with me. We just finna react, probably make a few little jokes. So it's just like, don't try to strike my shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit cool, you feel me? Like, I like your curls. Shit, you feel me? That's all I got to say.
I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to
What you do?
the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which
what?
was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect as it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I...
Why they always be saying, be the same script every time, like, I was in a dark place. It's like, girls always be so many dark places and shit. You know what I'm saying? When something happened, you know, gotta say, I was going through a dark, rough past in my life and shit like that. I
did what I did.
Stuff.
I have to own up to what I did. I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong. I fucked up. And I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route and I deeply regret it.
What exactly did you do,
more
though?
to my story, and
you ain't really saying shit yet, fool. We right here going to 10 minutes and shit, 2 minutes right now. Like, what's up?
There's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name, and I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online.
Why did she just clip? Alright, fool. Alright. It's like, there's like some TikTok shit. The editing, sis. I don't know how long you been doing this. So, like I said, I ain't gonna say too much for real, but we didn't have to see that part. I ain't gonna lie.
I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great...
What the fuck was that?
It's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up...
She over there clicking that shit, that's funny as hell.
That I wasn't disowned by any...
Just edit that shit. What was that, Dad? Why we gotta see this?
And I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. I
will often discuss his toxic behavior towards me in my live streams. Ah, shit crazy, yeah. Yeah, that shit be crazy as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it. The next thing I want to address is
Whoa. Let's see what you just said. What you just said?
content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it. The next
Okay.
thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clicks and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the...
You talking about your boyfriend? That's what he doing right now? That's what he did with his video? Shit. I don't know. Like you said, that suicide stuff like that ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? Hope you ain't fighting that, but I hope we ain't doing some manipulating going on right now.
That it was brought to my attention that
I
the
really
streamer
don't know what the fuck I'm listening to.
made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snow Cone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship. When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend, he was my first everything, and I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt
Whoa. But y'all together though. You talking about some days when you wanna do it, and it's like shit. I don't know, like what you trying to say? You trying to put some weird cases on your exes? Damn, shit going on, huh? See, I thought this shit was like some, you know what I'm saying, some type of shit like her boyfriend and a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, let's run it up, let's get a bag, some shit like that, you feel me, like, seen the text messages and shit like that, but I ain't gonna lie, fool, she talking about abuse, the verbal belt, all type of shit, like, you know what I'm saying, and she talking about sometimes, used to force yourself on her sometimes. See, it be them type of girls right there. Like after the boyfriend, the breakup and shit like that, they want to speak out all about that shit. Like, damn.
with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here.
Oh man, what is it now, man? What is it now, bro? Oh shit, she said it's a whole bunch of shit that man always got. So why they?
Tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time when me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of my essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Chill out, fool.
After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change, to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to...
It's just like, it's like this shit chestnut checker. Like that nigga made that video about Shorty crushing her cousin and shit like that, making her look bad, like she a bop. She done put the allegations on that nigga. But she said she got a little chestnut checkers. Started shaking him and said, so there's no good. You want hope I rock now? I've been in hell for 7-11 days. I've been in heaven, earth. Good. I'm just speechless right now. Should be.
His anger issues and admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship. I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse and confessed to the wrong
Damn, so they got a whole purpose and shit. You went to the police?
Doings that he put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to...
That shit say letter to who?
Put me through in our relationship.
Letter to Cat?
I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to...
Where you at? What the fuck?
His wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a business expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but like, I feel like...
Yeah, Shorty look like the same nigga that, what's that nigga? Gucci third leg or some shit like that. They gave that, he burnt that one Instagram marble girl or some shit like that. You feel me? She look like her, they got the curls and shit, but what I gotta do with him though?
I feel like this is my fucking go. So like, I just need to listen. to get help from other people in my life, or maybe therapy. Like, I think like a lot of stuff that's been going on like in my life, like I need to stop pretending and not. I'm sorry, it's just so like non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to pour everything out because I'm at a breaking point in my life right now. But it's not your problem at all. At all. But yeah, I need help in that sense. I need to listen and grow and do better.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where a lot of people, including me, do not get the help that they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to take my life multiple times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive. And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all this to the internet in the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come.
I want to know why the fuck you ain't really say nothing about this shit. Like, she ain't even. Cause like, why would you? Why would she, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, hell yeah, of course, me and my cousin be crushing, but that ain't none of y'all business. She said, fuck that shit. I wanna give y'all a whole different angle on this shit, like suicide, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Death threats and shit, you feel me? Talking about some case on that, y'all both need some type of therapy or something like that, both of you. You feel me? Like, y'all low-key probably not good for each other. That's probably y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah.
Privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come back to the internet at all.
No, sure to turn up.
What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it. I will be back to streaming and I will be back to doing what I love because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community and to all my supporters, I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys. And if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening to my truth and my story. This is my experience and the things that I went through.
Basically, you just saying like it was depressed and shit. You was in the dark time. You feel me? Your cousin you felt needed. You know what I'm saying? Your cousin got you felt needed and stuff. That's all. That's all you had to say. You know.
In my relationship, and in the past 2.5 years.
And tell her that your ex nigga wasn't putting it down like how your cousin in Alabama was, how it was. Like, just say that, shorty. You feel me? Come over here and share it. Like, keep it 100, you know what I mean? But, you feel me? Like, you feel me? For real, though. You feel me? That shit fucked up, though. You know what I'm saying? You need to make sure your mindset is good and straight when you come back to your streaming and stuff like that, though, because you know you gonna need that. You feel me? Don't worry about that, nigga. You feel me?